Hey guys, it's me, Fiona. This is going to be my 37-week pregnancy update. I'm currently 38 weeks and 3 days, and also this is going to be like a recap of what's going on, my hospital visit, why I was in the hospital, what happened, what caused it. So it's going to be a little TMI. So I'm gonna just start with the hospital visit because that's like, I know that's on everybody's mind. I'm saying it like I'm just this famous person. No, I'm just saying on my YouTubers, my girlfriends, mind. So I'm gonna just tell y'all what happened. So me and baby's daddy, we are trying to work on things. And I went over there. One thing led to another. End up having sex. Yeah. So, like, midway through, TMI, if you have a weak stomach or, like, if you don't like what I'm about to say, because this is a pregnancy vlog and I know everybody goes through the same things, but if you don't like what I'm about to say, then you might as well turn it off now because it's about to get a little graphic. So, anyway, he's like, he looked down like, yo, we gotta stop. I'm like, why? He's like, because you're bleeding. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my god, I gotta call my midwife. Oh my god, like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I can't have this baby today. Like, I started crying and everything, so I called my midwife. My midwife was like, just how much was it? But it was a lot of blood. Like, it was blood on him, blood on the sheets. When I went to the bathroom, white, blood in the toilet, blood in my underwear. So she's like, yeah, you need to go in. So I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm like tripping now. Like, I'm hysterical. He's just calm, cool, collected. I'm hysterical. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I can't get my socks on. Mind you, I got this big belly. I'm like, I can't put my socks on. I can't put my socks on. He like, all right, calm down. Like, he's like, give me your foot. I'll put your socks on. I'm like, I can't put my shoes on. Oh my god, I can't have this baby. I'm scared. I started crying. He was like, just calm down. I was like, no, I'm just scared. I don't want to have the baby yet. So, we get into the car, and I drove because this dum-dum left his wallet and his license in his car. So, like, we get around the corner from his house. I'm like, look, I don't think I could drive. My hands were shaking. They were sweaty. I'm like, I'm hitting the brake extra hard because, like, I'm nervous. So, he like, oh, I forgot my license. He's like, no, I'll just drive. He was like, if we get a ticket, then I'll just pay it. I'm like, he was like, no, if we catch a case, I'll just pay it. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just drive. So, it just seemed like the longest drive. Like, I'm in the Northeast, with him, and my doctor's office is like in town, like downtown. So yeah, it just felt like the longest 20-minute drive ever. Like, we got on the expressway. The expressway was taking long because there was a lot of traffic. So then we finally get to the hospital. I'm panicking because I can't find a hospital because my doctor's office is not on the same, it's not on the same block, or it's not even the same area as my, as the hospital. So I'm like, I finally find it. We park, like, it was just like crazy, like a scene off the movie. Like, we park all crazy in front of the hospital. I'm like, oh my god, where do I go? And the lady's like, calm down. Do you think you're in labor? I said, yes. Oh my god, where do I go? She's like, go up to the 3rd floor. And I'm like, well, what do I want my car? Well, I don't want it to get towed. She was like, I'm a police officer. She's like, I will be the one towing your car. I'm not going to let your car get towed. I'm like, oh my god, please don't tow my car. Like, I'm hysterical. And he's like, he got my bag in my hand. I'm like, give me my bag. I'll go upstairs. You go get the car. She was like, no, you both go upstairs, get checked in. He'll come back down, move the car. So, I get upstairs, and the lady is just so mean to me. Like, she was so mean. She's like, no, you just wait. I'm like, I need to know if this is the right place. She's like, this is the right place. You can go in that waiting area and wait until I get finished with the next patient. I'm like, okay, well, fine. So then I go in there, sit down. I'm texting all of my girlfriends, my mom and stuff like that, and his mom. So finally get checked in. He went to go move the car to a parking lot. So the doctor, they told me to undress. I put on a little robe. That's when I made the little pregnancy update. So they hooked me and baby up to the monitor. He hooked them up for the heart rate and contractions. So by this time the bleeding has stopped. They took my urine. I had a little blood in my urine, but that's only because I was bleeding. But, excuse me. Yeah, so, everything was fine. We was in the hospital. I was feeling like really crampy. And, so it turns out I was having contractions. So she checked me. She was like, oh, you're only like 3 centimeters dilated. I'm like, okay. Oh, progress. Like, I never got my centimeters dilated. So I don't know if I dilated, like, during this whole pregnancy till now, or did I just start dilating? Like, I never knew because nobody never checked. And so I'm thinking like, 3 centimeters, yay, let's get the show on the road. Like, I only got like a couple more centimeters to go, then I can have him. So she come in like, she's like, yeah, we're going to give you your discharge paperwork. You're not having like steady contractions, so we can't keep you. And I'm like, really? Like, that's how my face was. I'm like, oh, so we can go? She's like, yeah, you can go home, go get some rest, go get something to eat. I'm like, no, I thought I was going to have him today. I was so sad. So I'm waking him up because he's sleeping in the corner because he works 10 at night to 6 a.m. So about time, like, he really didn't sleep today. So he was asleep the whole time when I'm hooked up to the monitors and stuff like that. So I'm waking him up like, it's time to go. He's like, what? We're not having a baby? I'm like, no, it's time to go. So, so we get home, I get something to eat, I go to my house, and he like, I was like, yeah, so, yeah, he was like, no, we're never having sex again. I just want the baby to come. Like, I was so disappointed. Like,